Hi, I'm Melody Payne, and I'm going to show you 3 easy ways that you can incorporate printable music games into your online piano lessons. You will need a few supplies to make this happen. The first thing you'll need is a magnetic dry erase board like this one, and this one is about 16 by 20 inches, so it's very small and easy to move around. And then you'll need some game boards that you've printed. We have 3 different ways we can show these game boards. First of all, we can just print them on a piece of white cardstock and use magnets to attach them to this board. Or you can use some of these magnetic frames, magnetic pockets, so you can slide the cardstock printed game board inside this magnetic pocket and stick it. Or you can use these printable magnetic sheets of paper and then stick it right there on to your dry erase board. I'm going to show you each one, and then I'm going to show you how I share the game with my students in online lessons. Right now, you can see that I'm actually recording a screen that shows you my entire Zoom screen when I'm teaching. So this will allow you to see everything I'm doing as we go through this really super easy process. I have right now 3 different game boards that I have printed out. This one is a middle C position music spelling bee that reviews the notes from bass F to treble G, middle C position, and I've printed it on a piece of white cardstock. When I put it on my game board, I'm going to have to use magnets to stick it on there, right? Because it's not going to stay if I don't use magnets. So what I like to do is just keep a little basket full of magnets handy and then just stick it on there like that. And then we each use another magnet for a game piece. So then when I share this game with my students, I simply will take my overhead camera and move it out like this, and I'll move it up like this. And then in Zoom, and I wanted to show you this so you can see exactly what I'm doing, right over here with the video camera, I'm going to choose my other HD webcam, this one right here. And now you can see it showing just the bottom of my game board. But if I scoot it back just a little bit and make an adjustment to my camera, then you can see the entire game board right there. It's super simple. So I'm going to continue showing you what else I can do right here in this particular view so you can see what my students see. Oh, and there we go. There is the dice app that I love. All you do is tap it, roll the dice, and I love using it on my iPad screen because my students can see it easily when I share my screen during the online lesson. And what they love is when I roll the dice and tap it like that, and then it just flies around, has sound effects. It's super cute. So we roll the dice to see how many spaces we would move on the game board. Now, the danger of using magnets like this is that sometimes they can fall into the piano and you have to fish them out. Ask me how I know. So this game, I'm going to show you this game, just a little tiny bit of it. The piano key spelling bee, the music middle C spelling bee. Here are some of the game cards. And what I would do is just hold the game cards in front of the camera like this so my student can see them and give it a second to focus. There you go. And then what I can do is ask my student, what are these notes? And I like using my Apple Pencil to point because it's a little more precise than using my finger. So I'll say, what note is this? And they'll say A. What note is this? B. What note is this? E. What word does this spell? And then they get to practice again. A-B-E. A-B-E. It spells Abe. So if they get the spelling word correct, then we roll the dice. And my students love it when they get a 5 or a 6. So I choose one magnet for them and one for me. And then they can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 right there. Now, if your game board keeps kind of sliding around like mine does, just add a couple more magnets to it. These little colorful magnets came with the dry erase board. So you'll have 4 that come with it. And then I had these little cute ones from another project around the house. So that's how we would play. And then for the next card, I would show the student another card. But what I would do is have the student tell me the letters and then roll the dice, and then I would move my game piece. So here they would say, what is this one? A, D, D, A, D, D, add. And I apologize if you're seeing it backwards on your screen right now. Just know that when my student sees it through Zoom, it will be forwards. So just know that that is one of the reasons why it's backwards, is because I'm actually recording my Zoom screen with a different screen recorder so you can see everything that I'm doing here in the background. But when you do show this on Zoom, it will be in the right direction, so your students won't have to read music backwards. So that's the first way that you can play your game. Now, when you're ready to switch a game out, notice how long it's going to take. I'm going to remove all these magnets. Got to hold on to the game board so it doesn't fall. Then I've got to get another game board, and I'll just use this one since I have it in my hand. Then we've got to put it back on here. And then we've got to get our game pieces. So that's how long it took to switch from one printed cardstock game board to another. I'm going to show you a faster way. I'm going to remove all the magnets, and then I'm going to put this one right over here to the side. And next, I want to show you the plastic pouch that I showed you a few minutes ago. So I've printed this game board, and that's literally all you have to do. It's magnetic on the back, so you just stick it right there on your dry erase board that's also magnetic. You grab a couple of magnets. See, they stick to it very easily because everything's magnetic. It's a very quick changing in and out. So what I would do to change it out, I would remove the magnets, I would remove the game board, I would stick a new game board up there, a couple more playing pieces, and we are ready to go. Did you see how fast that was? So fast. The thing I love about these plastic pouches is that you can use them over and over again. Just take this game board out, which is printed on white cardstock. Just take it out and replace it when you are planning for your lessons for the day. So, so easy. So I love this plastic pouch that's magnetic on the back. So I'm going to remove everything and show you the third way that you can share your games with your students during online lessons. And that is to use printable magnetic paper. I love this so much. It prints, look how vibrant the colors look when you print on it. And just like the magnetic pouch, you just stick it on the game board, grab a couple of game pieces, and you're ready to go. Then you roll the dice, answer the questions, do whatever, and move your game pieces, and they stick to the magnetic board beautifully. Then when it's time to switch it out, just remove the magnets, remove the board, grab another game board, stick it on there. Doesn't matter if it's crooked because it is stuck on there very nicely. Grab a couple of game pieces, and you're ready to go. And that is how we do printable games in online lessons. So this particular game that you're looking at right now, this is a different version. It's a slightly harder music spelling bee game like the first one that I showed you. So this one uses notes all the way across, up and down the grand staff. It doesn't just show middle C position. So you might have a treble clef card that says A, D, D, add. And then you might have a bass clef card that says F, E, E, feet. So like I said, what I like to do is have the students answer all of the cards, but then we take turns rolling the dice and moving our game piece. And then we have fun things on the board like move back one space or roll again or move ahead one space. So you never know what's going to happen when you're playing one of these games. Now I'm going to switch back to my other camera so you can see front view again. Here we go. So there is a tutorial for how to set up this camera on my website, and I'm going to link that so you can have an easy link to access that. But all I am using here is my microphone boom stand and a Logitech webcam, which is the same exact one that I'm using right here that you're viewing me on, and also a ball adapter. And that ball adapter allows me to just move this in any direction. So I can move it this way. And then when I'm not playing a game, if I need to show something on the piano keys, I just point it down like this, and then I can demonstrate something to my students on the piano keys. So I really love this combination for online piano lessons. And then when I'm not using it, look how easy it is just to move it out of the way. So my basic setup, all I need is my iPad with the Dice app. I need my small magnetic dry erase board, and I need a few game boards, either in a magnetic pouch, printed on white cardstock or printed on this magnetic paper. And we are good to go. I hope this helps you feel more confident about trying to play games in online piano lessons with your students. And if I can answer any questions about teaching online piano lessons or about these games, feel free to get in touch and I will talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Have an awesome day.